just a 0.87 goals against average, which is second in the Big West. The Santa Barbara High product beat out another talented keeper in Alan Carrillo to become the first string keeper, but he's earned every minute and then some. No doubt that the lineup changes have paid off big time for UC Santa Barbara. The transfers are exceeding expectations, and the Gauchos are once again being considered as a conference title contender, along with UC Davis and Cal State Fullerton. UCSB would love to spoil the party up at Cal Poly this evening, but they've often struggled in this venue. The Mustangs have won 7 of the last 9 over UCSB at Spanos Stadium. UCSB's last win here was a 2-1 victory on October 15th, 2016. When we come back in just a few moments, we'll get you the starting lineups for both sides and a surprise on the UCSB side, which I can guarantee not a lot of you will be predicting. You'll be listening to Cal Poly Men's Soccer here on the Mustang Sports Network. Don't go away. Well, there you have it. Here come the Mustangs out from the locker room. They are running out to greet the fans in the big student section on the east side of Spanos Stadium. Did you know, by the way, California Fresh Market has a fresh juice bar featuring all organic fruits and vegetables. Order from our signature menu or create your own. Your locally owned California Fresh is proud to be the preferred grocery store of Cal Poly Athletics. We have quite a bit more going on, which is always the case for the Blue-Green Rivalry match. For instance, we have a lot of cheerleaders out in the middle of the field ready to greet the starting lineups. We also have the dance team out. And now the referee crew is going to be walking out to the center circle. Our head official for tonight's match will be Vince Chiarella. His linesmen are Hector Perez and Marco Vargas, the first and second linesmen respectively. The fourth official in charge of substitutes tonight is Ramon Hernandez, and the observer of the referees is Paul Klock. So the officials will be in orange shirts on the night, and they are already out in the center circle. We're just about to get you the starting lineups.
Please enjoy this evening's match.
Oh, this is just the calm before the figurative storm. Sooner than later, we're going to see those tortillas flying from the bleachers on both sides. None yet, but they will be coming sooner than later. Still have a long line of fans waiting to get into Spanos Stadium, hoping they can get a ticket. We're expecting a sellout here this evening. And we start the Gaucho starting lineups, and there's the first tortilla who's flown out at the starters there. So the starting keeper tonight is a true freshman, Ben Roach, who's a freshman Santa Barbara product, Santa Barbara High School graduate. His goals against average again is 0.87, has started every single match this year, 31 saves and 2 shutouts. For the defense in the midfield, the Gauchos have Hunter Ashworth, a sophomore from Laguna Beach, Adrian Adames, a sophomore from Bilbao, Spain. Then we have Bauzi Tayeb, who's a junior out of Marseille, France. The St. Francis Brooklyn transfer has done a great job in his first year with the Gauchos. Then a veteran, Jan Ilskens, a 6'3 senior out of Berl, Germany, integral part of the Gaucho defense. He's followed by Noah Billingsley, a 6'1 junior out of Wellington, New Zealand. And after that, this is going to be the big surprise of the entire evening. Believe it or not, we do have a player for UC Santa Barbara wearing, I'm not joking when I say this, number 100. Never in my entire career of broadcasting sports or watching sports have I seen the number 100 being worn, but it is being worn tonight by the Gauchos' Axel Mendez, a senior midfielder from Los Angeles, transferred from Mount San Antonio College. He usually wears number 8, but not tonight. It's 100. Then to finish out the defense in midfield, it's Carson Von Stieg, sophomore defender from Santa Barbara, transferred from Stanford. This is his first year here, playing for his father, Tim Von Stieg, in his 20th year as head coach for this program. And then the forwards up top for the Gauchos are Ignacio Tellachia, a junior out of Madrid, Spain, transferred from West Virginia Tech. And then Thibault Candia, a junior and forward from Nantes, France, who transferred from Temple. Quite a few transfers on the Gaucho roster. Now for the Mustangs, starting 11. Simon Bohm is back in goal, the senior out of Copenhagen, Denmark. And the back line will be Freeman Dramina, a sophomore from Kumasi, Ghana, as well as Eddie Melgoza, the junior from Woodland, California. Breck Evans, a true freshman from Culver City, who scored his first career goal against Westmont last Saturday on September 22nd in the 2-0 victory. And Luis Rodriguez, a sophomore out of San Diego. We're likely going to see Breck Evans at left center back, Tremina at right center back, and Rodriguez and Melgoza at the outside back positions. We'll let you know if that changes. In the midfield, it's Diego Alonso, a junior from Berkeley, California, as well as Daniel Clem, a junior from Huntington Beach, and Jose Rivera from San Juan Capistrano, California. He is a senior this year. On the Mustangs, 3 forwards are Jared Presley, a senior from Powell, Ohio, as well as Sean Good, the senior from Mission Viejo, another Irvine Valley College transfer, and George Grody, who's a redshirt junior out of Huntington Beach. So those are the starting lineups for both Cal Poly and UC Santa Barbara here on the Central Coast. Both teams are indeed out in the center circle, getting ready for the national anthem. Cheerleaders and dance team, as well as Musty, the Mustang, returning back to the sidelines, and the anthem's coming up in just a moment.
Move your caps and join us in honoring America as Justin Privatera performs our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Trabajando con nosotros, dieron un aula de Carrasquilla, su sello. Estaba lleno de gente antes de comenzar la fiesta, después tuvimos un show y tuvimos un cumpleaños. Magdalena, ¿verdad? Y hay una foto entre varias muchas que demuestra que estaba Pablo bailando con Magdalena. Porque era el cumpleaños de Magdalena también. Y claro, esta noche, además de todo, yo especialmente quiero dar las gracias a una persona que nos ha brindado su día para estar aquí de nuevo compartiendo nuestro día por tiempo desde el cumpleaños de Pablo. Y bueno, le llamamos
Wow, that was absolutely stunning. Great job on the national. Waiting at all like they did last year. They're already throwing them close to the Gaucho bench. It's basically spiraling like frisbees, but of course not as much weight on them. And as is the case after every match in this rivalry dating back to at least the last decade between these two teams, there's going to be a lot for the cleanup crew afterwards, but that's part of the fun, and we've got some event staff already picking up the tortillas. A lot of them are in field of play already. We've got about 20 or 30 on the south side of the field, about 15 to 20 on the north end where the Mustang bench is. This is nothing new for the veterans on both sides. They've seen all this before. And the Mustangs veterans are hoping that their leadership and experience is enough to carry everyone else to another win here in front of a sellout crowd. 7 out of the last nine matchups here at Spanos between Cal Poly and UCSB have been won by the Mustangs. They defeated the Gauchos 4-1 here last year at the end of October. It was the last regular season game for both teams. But the Gauchos are a lot stronger than last year with the additions that they have made. We will likely not be seeing the same thing. But the Mustangs will, of course, be out to prove everybody wrong. And the Gauchos will be kicking things off first. UC Santa Barbara will go right to left with the attack. Cal Poly will go left to right to start things off. So we have Rodney Michael on top of the Gaucho formation in the middle to kick things off with Candia. Two UC Santa Barbara forwards ready in position. And we are just waiting on the whistle from Vince Apple Chiarella, the head referee for this contest. They'll have a bit to manage, but hopefully not too much. So we have the whistle and we are underway here for the blue-green rivalry match between Cal Poly and UC Santa Barbara here in Slowtown. It's kicked from the center circle by Mendez. Up to the right flank, already outside the goal box. Teachia was on the run, but then it's cleared by the Mustang defense. It's out to Adames on the left flank, then the sideline to Mendez. They couldn't string it together, but it was off of Presley last for Cal Poly as the sky turns pitch black. With the lights on at Spanos, we will have a Gaucho throw-in. Just 30 seconds into the contest. Throw is already in. It goes to the box off of one touch by Candia. But then the Mustang defense clears thanks to Rodriguez. And here comes Sean Good on the run, the senior. Hits it off of Adames last over the near touchline. No, they're saying it's off of Good last. UC Santa Barbara throws it in backwards to the defensive half. Here's Ashworth on the left flank. Kicks it all the way back to Roach, the starting goalkeeper. Roach and Green, one dribble. Good late pressure, but Roach ends up kicking it out to the center circle regardless. Header goes backwards from Teachia. Rodriguez hits it to the left-hand side of the center circle. Couple headers both ways in a ping pong. We got a foul in the air, and it is called on Breck Evans for the Mustangs. Crowd is already voicing their displeasure, as we expected. Very strong student section on the east side. Fans are still gradually filing into Spanos, but we are expecting, again, a sellout tonight. Free kick will be taken from 35 yards out. It's taken short by Von Stieg on the grass. It's down to the right flank. Mendez into the box to Candia. Candia tries a shot, but that ends up going to the right of goal behind the netting, and it's a goal kick for the Mustangs. So Simon Bohm, who is a senior out of Copenhagen, places the ball down on the edge of the 6. Hand is down, he's ready to go. Bohm with a strike, high up in the air, over the east bleachers. It's one header by Domus, who falls right to the Mustangs. Here's Grody left flank, already inside the attacking half. Here's Grody past the 18. Grody's to the left of the box. It's off of Michael, but it's a Mustang throw-in on the far touchline. Good will still throw it in, well past the 18-yard box. He can loft it into distance. The Mustangs getting ready. They're sending 5 to the box. The Gauchos marking them up on defense. Here's a throw from Good. Long but a good one. It's headed out of the box by the Gauchos. Headed back by Alonso. Then a couple of Gaucho headers. It goes out to the near touchline. It's off of UC Santa Barbara last. The Mustangs will throw it in. Luis Rodriguez is there. He's in the middle third, ahead to Presley. Right sideline, Presley wins the box out. He hits it back in the air. Headed by UC Santa Barbara, but then right down to the air goes Rivera on the right flank after a couple deflections. Dermina tries to get involved. He's fouled by Mendez, wearing the number 100. It'll be a free kick for Cal Poly. Still a good 35 yards away from the goal mouth. Diego Alonso will take it from the right flank here. Cal Poly sending 6 players up to the 18-yard line. 3 in the semicircle. The runs are starting. Alonso drills a shot to the semicircle directly to Good, but the Gauchos read it very, very well. And Mendez is out with a counterattack on the left flank. He goes to the right flank. Rodney Michael, a couple of nice dribbles into the attacking third. Dermina gets back, though, on defense for the Mustangs and saves the ground and finds Grody. Grody around the Tortillas left flank, defensive half. Here's Dermina. It's ping pong by UC Santa Barbara. They win it back in the midfield. Passed in to Mendez. Off the boot of Teachia. Then cleared on the goal box by Cal Poly's Evans. It's out to the Mustangs' left sideline, but it's one right back. Spinning around is a full 360. Vom Stieg, right sideline. Kicks into Michael, right flank, back inside the attacking third, backwards to Mendez, but then over the far touchline as Mendez was trying to find a teammate, could not connect the dots. Cal Poly will have a throw far back on the left sideline, defensive half still. We have Eddie Melgoza right here at left back, as we expected. And lost a high arcing throw. Rivera heads it to the middle third. UC Santa Barbara header. It's right down to Ilshkins on the ground. Ilshkins backwards to Ashworth from the middle of the pitch, hits it to the attacking third, and Rodriguez for Cal Poly's on it right flank. After deflection, Rodriguez trying to hold on against Candia's pressure. Candia pushing, and he's whistled for a foul. He doesn't like the call. So it's scoreless starting off the 6th minute. Cal Poly 0, UC Santa Barbara 0. Both teams starting to feel each other out. The Gauchos applying a lot of pressure on the attack thus far. But the Mustangs have done so as well. Rodriguez kicks the freebie backwards to Bohm, the keeper. He's all by himself inside the box. Bohm hesitates a couple touches and decides to play it short over to Daniel Clem. Clem's at right center back. Freeman Termina is playing up as a defensive midfielder. Now Evans has it. Left center back. Lost this one in the air to the attacking third. Headed back the other way by ping pong though by the Gauchos, but right to Alonso. Alonso tries a shot from distance, about 30 yards away up the middle of the pitch, but that goes to the right of goal. Over the goal line, it's a goal kick for UC Santa Barbara. So Ben Roach, the starting keeper and true freshman, has some time, but he chooses to pass it short on the ground to Ashworth, who is the left back. And he's going to find Fayuzi Tayeb Backwards to Roach, the keeper. Good with the pressure on all three of them, getting around well. Fitness is great for him. Ashworth hits it up to the attacking third just like that in the air. Michael trying to win the box out. Going against Clem, and he couldn't hold on to the ball. Clem did well on defense. Mustangs will have a throw right sideline. Rodriguez lofts it up in the air. Alonso can't win the box out. It's headed by Ilshkins for UC Santa Barbara. On the ground is Mendez, left flank. Passes out to Ilshkins. They'll switch the field to the middle. Behind the center circle, it's Tayeb. Tayeb plays it up to the attacking third again up the middle. The header has to go backwards. Mendez, left flank. Alonso wins on a chip for Cal Poly briefly, but the Gauchos recover in the midfield. Ilshkins passes out to the left sideline. Condia retreating against the defensive pressure. And then Presley with a foul on the left sideline as the pass was going into Rodney Michael. Or excuse me, into Adrian Adames. So Michael is backing the free kick up closer to the sideline. He'll just take that backwards to the flank, and Ashworth plays it backwards to Roach, the keeper, way out of the box. In front of the semicircle, keeper passes over to Tayeb. Tayeb backwards to Roach, the keeper again. There's Good with some pressure. Long touch from Roach, but he recovers. And out to the attacking half, headed by Evans for Cal Poly. Headed back by UCSB. Down to the middle of the pitch. Condia. Out to Michael. He was fouled going backwards. A bit of a push from Alonso. Looked like a good call. Gauchos take the free kick quickly. Pushed down is Mendez. He is fouled. Right flank. Some of the Mustang faithful, especially in the student section, starting to get a bit more rowdy, disagreeing with the calls. Again, just on cue, and Mendez from the free kick up to the middle of the pitch on the grass of the attacking third. Evans intercepts for the Mustangs, but it's returned by Ilshkins for UC Santa Barbara. They got it in the middle third. Rivera steals in the middle of the pitch for the Mustangs. He's off to the races left flank. Pass goes out to Grody, left sideline. Grody's double teamed. Backwards pass to Melgoza. Melgoza up to the attacking half for the Mustangs, but it's right to Tayeb, and Tayeb hits it on a ping pong. Headed away by Evans for the Mustangs again. Here's Mendez, right flank, and this time the Mustangs take it away cleanly. Grody still dribbling left flank. Now Grody is fouled hard. That's going to be on Carson Baumstieg for the Gauchos. He's getting a talking to from the head referee. Grody's still down. Vince Applechier not shown a card yet. It was close to one. Should just be a free kick, nothing else. How the tortillas are raining down on the east side of Spano Stadium. We once again have Alonso taking the free kick by himself, left flank, 40 yards away from goal, 40 plus. He drills it inside the goal box. Going on the run for the Mustangs was Breck Evans with his height, but the Gauchos headed out of the goal box. They got in the midfield, but Presley intercepts in the right flank. Presley double team though, deflected. Rodriguez now has it for the Mustangs. Rodriguez to the right of the 18, tries a cross right to left, headed right out by UC Santa Barbara. Presley on it. Couple touches, right flank. Who did it go off of last? Apparently went off of Presley last. Out of bounds, UC Santa Barbara will throw it in from their left sideline, pinned far back defensive half. Was lofted in, but right to Rodriguez for the Mustangs. Then Alonso, a side flick. Still bouncing along the near touchline. Here's a cross right to left. Moonball straight to the semicircle, headed by Grody into the box, but then cleared up by Tayeb for the Gauchos. Just like that, it's in UCSB's attacking half, but Evans does well for the Mustangs. Couple touches against Teachia. Teachia, the right sideline, receives it on a give and go. Teachia right flank, then intercepted by Dramina in the middle of the pitch for Cal Poly. He's getting the midfield lined up. Rivera on the left flank, back to Dramina, give and go. Now it's out to the left sideline. Melgoza on the ground ahead to Grody, right flank. Grody past the 18. Tayeb, good defense, and it is clean. Tayeb dribbling up the right sideline. He's fouled hard. That a bit reckless from Grody. He's getting a stern warning. We'll see if a card is coming out. Apparently it's just a warning. Clock still going in the 12th minute. Cal Poly 0, UC Santa Barbara 0. Just about every single seat now full. The fans still filing in. Free kick from the right flank taken to UC Santa Barbara's attacking half. Rodriguez intercepts for the Mustangs, but he gives it right back to Adames for the Gauchos. Pass out to Condia, left sideline. Condia in the attacking third dribbles into the right. There's a foul whistled. Presley and Rodriguez were double teaming Condia, and one of them reached too far with a foot. Got a bit of the ankle. This is a dangerous set piece for the Gauchos. We're going to see it about 25 yards away from the goal mouth on the left flank. Both Mendez and Condia are by the ball. And of course the Mustangs have to back up their wall inside the goal box. So it's a wall of two for the moment. It's Alonso and Rivera forming the wall. And UCSB, meanwhile, has 6 players inside the goal box ready for Condia's strike. We'll see what he tries here. Condia the transfer. Kicks it out to the 6. Caught right by Bohm inside the 6-yard box. The Mustang keeper makes his first stop of the night. And Bohm throws it out underhand to his right-hand side, finds Daniel Clem right flank. Clem drills it in the air up to the center circle. Grody one touch left of the circle, high up for intended for Rivera. It's headed backwards by Ashworth, and then Roach, the keeper, falls on it and makes the correct choice doing so. Still good on the part of Good, not giving up. No pun intended there. Ashworth, after receiving the toss from the left flank, it's out to Taib right flank, and now back to Roach inside his own box. Roach the keeper. Couple dribbles. Taib once again with the ball. Rivera not putting a lot of pressure on him. The ball's drilled up in the air. Back to the attacking third for UC Santa Barbara. Evans heads for Cal Poly. Now Alonso on the ground to Melgoza. Left sideline on the grass. Some top spin. It ends up rolling over the far touchline, and the Gauchos will throw from the defensive half here. Noah Billingsley. Give and go between him and Von Steeg. I was informed, by the way, by UC Santa Barbara's broadcaster before the match that Billingsley started out as a forward but has moved back in the formation to right back, and because of his height and his skill, it's paid dividends for the Gauchos as of late. They've gotten some more wins strung together, and they have a 6-3 record. Meanwhile, it's out of bounds for a Mustang throw on the right sideline. To the edge of the attacking third we go. Rodriguez, a high lofting throw to Rivera to the right of the box. Intercepted by the Gauchos, a couple near the touch line. Still dribbling up, and now they're saying it's a Mustang throw right at the 18-yard box. It'll be taken from the near sideline. Actually, they're going to... Are they backing up the throw, or...? We're dealing with slightly limited visibility over at the near touch line, and we've dealt with that for quite a while here. Nothing new. So we do have Sean Good, who has the ball. It's just a couple of yards shy of the 18-yard line. The Mustangs have 5 inside the box, ready for the throw. Here it comes. Presley trying to head. Instead, it's headed up by Taib for the Gauchos. Rodriguez a header back to Good right flank. Good on the ground. Passes to Rodriguez inside, but intercepted by Condia for UCSB. Hard foul by Melgoza. He gives it up. And there's a yellow card, first of the night. Mustang faithful will not like that. Melgoza's shown the warning. We have the first card in the 15th minute. And another card. 2 cards shown. One to Melgoza for the foul, and then possibly one to Alonso for the dissent. We'll try to get confirmation on that a bit later. So the clock has stopped in the middle of the 15th minute. It's Cal Poly nothing, UC Santa Barbara nothing. So free kick from the bottom of the center circle is taken by Ashworth to the right of the goal box, headed once by Billingsley, and then it goes over the goal line, and the Mustangs will have a goal kick going left to right. So we at least know that Melgoza fouled and got a yellow. But we saw another yellow card, and as of right now, unofficially, it's on Alonso for the dissent, but again, we're waiting on that. So Bohm passes over to his left and finds Evans up the left sideline, long ball in the air. Good again, can't get to it on the header. Tries to get there late, but Ilshkins with a header backwards, given right to Presley. He tries his luck from distance, outside the box. And that ends up going way over the crossbar. Looks like a goal kick for UC Santa Barbara. We've definitely seen Jared Presley shoot from distance and make it in the past. We go all the way back to his freshman year in 2015, and he scored the game winner against the Gauchos at Harder Stadium that year. Mustangs have not won down in Santa Barbara since then. It's been 0-0 draws the last 2 seasons. We'll see if that changes. It's given away to Cal Poly in the midfield. Grody now to Good to left of the goal box, and then Tiachia intercepts, and they call Good for the foul. Wow. Well, as expected, a lot of tortillas are being thrown in the direction of the head referee, Vince Apple-Chiarella. He's made several calls that have gone against the Mustangs in the last few minutes. Now Tayeb just passes it backwards in the free kick to Roach, but it passes right back to Tayeb. Pressure comes up for the Mustangs. Tayeb dribbles it high up in the air, pass out to the right flank, and then a foul is called against UCSB. It's on Tiachia, who is going for the ball, along with Eddie Melgoza pushed down. So we have Breck Evans to take the next free kick from the left flank. Evans way behind the middle yellow line. Either team, by the way, has used a substitute so far. And Evans chooses to switch the field, passes on the ground to Daniel Clem at right center back. Clem right flank, oversees everything and passes backwards to Bohm, the keeper, inside the box by himself. Bohm now back out to Evans left flank. They'll try this spot again. Evans dribbling further up to the middle third he goes, switches the field left to right, and Rodriguez gets to it wide open right sideline. Rodriguez dribbles forward, now the defense comes, Condia couldn't stop it, Presley to the goal line, Presley across right to left, they hit it off the Gauchos and win the first corner of the match. It goes to Cal Poly's side. Big set piece here in the 18th minute. It was around this time last year where Rodney Michael found goal for the Gauchos and put them up 1-0, but Cal Poly won last year 4-1 on October 28th. The Mustangs trying to take control from here on out on this set piece. It will be Melgoza who will take it from the right corner flag. He has 4 teammates inside the goal box. Also have Jose Rivera close to the corner flag. We'll see if this is taken short at all. Melgoza is still resting the ball by the flag in the 19th minute now. Melgoza backs up. Teammates ready inside the box, 5 of them. And he drills the cross long, but it's right out of the box after a clearance from the near post. And Alonso's pushed at midfield. That's a foul on Rodney Michael for UCSB. Michael apologizes, and Alonso's back up on his 2 feet. Free kick, Mustangs. Somewhere between the 35 to 40 yard range from the goal line. Alonso's on the right flank. He drills it to the left. It's inside the 18. Headed by Michael, then a clearance to the right sideline, goes out of bounds, far touchline. Now a throw-in for the home side. Melgoza lofts it high. It's to Grody, left flank. Grody around Billingsley, and Billingsley hits it last. Another Mustang throw, this one inside the 18. Who else but Sean Good for this throw? 5 Mustangs inside the box once again. Defense for UCSB is there. High arcing throw, headed backwards by Ashworth for UC Santa Barbara. Then finishing the clearance is Adames for the Gauchos up to the attacking half. Rodriguez wins the box out, clears to be safe. Mendez quickly throws it in for UC Santa Barbara. Out to Michael left flank. Michael can't get around Alonso. Dermina intercepts, and he is pushed. There's a foul called on Condia. Condia trying to get Dermina back up, but Dermina's still hurt and he's down. They stop the clock for an injury stoppage in the 21st minute. Dramina really came down hard. They're trying to get the trainers out. And Dramina really upset on the ground. It hopefully doesn't look good. They're going to give a card out to Candia. 3 yellow cards already in the first half. This is the first for UCSB. And we hope Dramina's okay. We'll be right back after the injury stoppage. 0-0 in the 21st minute between the Mustangs and Gauchos here at Spanos Stadium. You're listening to Cal Poly Men's Soccer here on the Mustang Sports Network.
Salut à toi, bonsoir, Guillet. La force. Rihanna, bonsoir à Stanislas. Bonsoir Stanislas. Bonsoir, merci.
Attention fans, the yellow card has been issued to the Gauchos, number 85, Timo Candia.
So they finally got Dramina up on his 2 feet. The trainer's walking him slowly over to the bench. A slight limp by Dramina, but it looks as if he might be ready to go later on. Doesn't appear to be that serious, at least from my perspective. Because of the Dramina injury, it was a yellow card issued to Thibaut Candia for the Gauchos. We have the injury stoppage, and Dramina's still walking slowly back. So we'll see if the substitution is coming or whether Dramina will just walk back slowly, then jog right back in, which sometimes happens. For the moment, the Mustangs will be down to 10 players on the pitch. Free kick will be taken on the defensive half by Clem for UCSB. The rest of the defense gets back into position. Dramina is still on the sideline. Mustangs for the moment again down to 10 players. And here's the cameras lighting up from people's smartphones, creating a very big league atmosphere here at Spanos. Not the first time we've seen that either. Pretty flashing lights from the east bleachers. Clem switches the field off to Evans. Mustangs are briefly having 10 men. Then they will bring on a change for Dramina at the next opportunity. It's headed in the air a couple times by Tayeb. But the Mustangs intercept on the left flank. Here's Alonso. Diego Alonso out to the left flank. And the Gaucho defense ends up hitting it off of Alonso. It goes over the goal line off the Mustangs last. We have a kick for the Gauchos, and now the sub comes in for Dramina. It is Nick Carroll, reliable senior out of Los Gatos, California. He's a veteran for the Mustang defense. He will go to left back. After the moment, they have Melgoza playing at left center back. Actually, Carroll's going to be playing further up as a midfielder. Melgoza will stay at left back. Roach, Gaucho keeper, hits it out to the right sideline attacking half. Billingsley gets into position, and then a foul whistled. Lots of fouls going against Cal Poly. It's been physical on their side. Already seen 3 yellow cards combined. 2 on the Mustangs. Free kicking just in front of the Tortillas is Vom Stieg, right flank. Ahead to Teakia, tries a header from the goal box after the cross, but it misses everything. It goes to the left of goal. It's a goal kick for the Mustangs going left to right. And now it's out to the right of the goal box for the Mustangs. It's Clem, right sideline, and gives it away to Michael. Michael dribbles from the left sideline inside the goal box, tries a cross, but too far for Teachia. Melgoza ends up hitting it to the east bleachers just to clear and be safe. It's a Gaucho throw. That'll be coming from just inside the 18 here. We're roughly at the halfway point of the first half, and as soon as we're able to, we'll get you the live stats in progress. Not seeing any so far. So Noah Billingsley, the junior from Wellington, New Zealand, will take the throw. Throws it in short to Condia. Back to Billingsley, right sideline, long touch. Clem clears for Cal Poly. Then off of Condia, the Mustangs ping pong, cleared out of the 18 again. They try to find Teachia. Now a shot from distance is Mendez, but he is over the crossbar, missing with a shot.
From the Gauchos, number 100,
Another Mustang goal kick here in the 24th minute. Cal Poly nil, UC Santa Barbara nil. Bowman's ready, kicks it from the middle of the 6. Hype in the air. Free ball for Grody, doesn't know where it is. Mendez for the Gauchos passes to his right, finds Billingsley. Billingsley right flank around Carroll. Carroll tries to intercept, but Mendez collects on the right flank anyway. Mendez backwards to Vom Steeg. Vom Steeg dribbles left. Passes over to Ilshkins. Left flank, and then to the left sideline to Adames, but it's hit out of bounds, and the Mustangs will throw from the near touchline. Rodriguez backwards to Clem, right flank. Clem high up in the air to the attacking third. Grody leaves it for Rivera. Now Rivera up to Presley. He's onside. Right flank Presley. A long touch inside the box. Out right to left. No foul in the box. No penalty kick. And the Gauchos clear out of the box. Didn't look like it was enough for a penalty. Rodriguez throws it back into Grody, right flank. It was hit off the Gauchos last. Grody's still going to work. Passes out to Alonso, right sideline, back to Grody, give and go. Grody, 3 defenders around him, out to Alonso, cross right to left. Rivera tries a shot, but he misses after the swing, and then it's cleared by Tayeb to the west bleachers of Spanish Stadium. Another big student section over there. Quite a few tortillas on that side of the field now. I'm counting at least 20 or so. Some in bigger pieces than others. Long throw by Good into the box. Headed backwards for the Gauchos. Billingsley low in front of the 6, clears. Goes to the left sideline for the Mustangs. We have Carroll over there. Ready to loft in a throw. He finds Sean Good, left of the goal box. Good against Billingsley. Billingsley for the Gauchos trying to win the box out right of the goal line. Recovers, but right back to Grody. Grody to Rivera inside the 18. Then Rodney Michael clears for UCSB out to the middle third. Clem, left flank. Clem high up in the air, outside the goal box on the cross. Couldn't find a teammate. Chased down by Alonso. Alonso, a bicycle kick, kept it alive briefly. Rodriguez still their right flank ahead to Presley on the pass. Presley out to the right sideline, slide push, we play on though. Rodriguez cross right to left, no shot at all. It was off the Gauchos last, and they clear on the goal line. It's out for a throw-in. Or is it a corner? It will be a corner. So it will be taken by Nick Carroll at the right corner flag in the 27th minute for the Mustangs, who again are trying to take a 1-0 lead in the middle of the first half. Six Mustangs inside the 18. Can this be a big moment? Crosses on the way, headed out by the Gauchos. Condia finishes it up. Out to the middle of the pitch, Rodriguez finds Carroll. Carroll, middle of the field, has some room, and he passes to the left, finds Melgoza, left flank. Melgoza short pass to Alonso. Left sideline, back inside the attacking third, but intercepted by Billingsley for the Gauchos. He tries to save, post to right sideline, Rivera right back. He's dribbling through a couple of teammates. Rivera still going inside the box. There's a foul inside the box! And now some pushing on both sides. We don't know yet whether it's a penalty. We have a card. We won't know who it's on for a while. We don't even know which team it's on. All we know is that it's a Mustang foul. Alonso was giving a few words to the head referee, and again, we don't know who this card is on, but we'll try to find out here in just a moment. So after all that, it'll turn into a free kick for Ben Roach, the UC Santa Barbara goalkeeper. He kicks it out to the right sideline. Tayeb with some room. Out to the middle third. Grody gets on it with a header out to Sean Good. Rivera can't win it back outside the box. So Tayeb plays it further up the right flank to Teachia. That's intercepted. The yellow card has been issued to Breck Evans. We finally got confirmation on that. So that came in the 27th minute. 3 cards in the Mustangs, just 1 for UCSB. It's typical in this rivalry for yellow cards both ways. Rivera, long touch in the middle of the field in the attacking third, but the Gauchos intercept. It's Michael, right flank, ahead of the attacking third, long pass up the field. It's into the box, and Bohm is backtracking and finally catches the ball inside the 6. Underhand throw by Bohm, the keeper, out to Evans. Evans, the latest to be carded, with a pass out to the front of the center circle. The Gauchos intercept. They've got it on the right flank. Here's Mendez. Mendez, right sideline. Tried to find Michael, and then it's out of Cal Poly last. On the far touchline, and now UCSB will make its first substitute. Actually, first 2 substitutes of the evening. Still waiting for the subs to come on. Here they come. So Carter Clemenson will check on for the first time, a 6'3" freshman from Paradise Valley, Arizona. And this is also the first appearance on the evening for Saeed Conte, who's a junior from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Now the throw is long. It's off of the boot of Clemenson, just off the bench, over the far touchline. The Mustangs will throw it in defensive half. Evans receives the ball from the stands. Tortilla's still raining down on the far touchline, a few at a time. Lofty throw from Evans to the middle third. Headed back by the Gauchos. Way big ping pong by Grody. On the run is Sean Good. Look out. That forces a big clearance to the west bleachers by Hunter Ashworth for UC Santa Barbara. As the ball comes back, so does the Tortilla near midfield. Rodriguez from the near touchline. It's out to Alonso, right flank, but taken right away, stolen by Ilskins. He can't hold on though. Grody right flank back for Cal Poly with the ball. Gruden now to Alonso. Alonso passes inside to Rivera, tries a shot, but is picked up and saved at the near post by Roach, the true freshman goalkeeper for UCSB, who beat out the sophomore Alan Carrillo for the first string goalkeeper spot. He lost it down on the ground to Ashworth at left center back. Ashworth long pass on the ground all the way to Tayeb. Tayeb is at right center back, backwards to Roach, the keeper. Just finishing out the 30th minute, scoreless between the Mustangs and Gauchos here at Spanos Stadium in Slowtown. Headed the other way by Evans, left flank, out to Carroll, out to Alonso. Beautiful backwards flick to Rivera, middle of the field. Rivera shot, and it's off the head of Ashworth. Rivera, though, back to the right flank. Rivera's to the left of the box, tries to cross left to right. One bounce, but is picked up by Roach, who's again by the near post to his left-hand side. Here's the underhand throw to Vom Steeg. For the Gauchos now the right sideline, Billingsley to Vom Steeg again. Now to the attacking half, ping pong back by Cal Poly. It's headed by Ashworth to the right flank. Tayeb, high up in the air with a pass. Couple headers, last one by Michael for UCSB, but Evans a ping pong. That's high in the black sky, now goes back down to earth. Headed by Adames, left flank. Ahead to Conte. Conte tried to find Adames, but that is hit out of bounds last by UCSB. The Mustangs will throw from the defensive half right sideline. Throw in by Rodriguez. Headed backwards by Ashworth into the stands. Rodriguez will do it again, several yards behind the middle yellow line, right side. Now right at the middle flag, throws it in. Headed by Ashworth. Inbounds this time, Grody pings pongs with a header. UCSB a header, Grody another header. Down to the ground, Grody to Rivera, right flank. Rivera, dribbles inside, out to Alonso with a pass to the left, deflected. To Alonso left flank, a tackle. He's got to be careful. There's a foul. No card. Alonso's already gotten one warning. Doesn't want to pick another up one and go out with a red card. Mendez right flank, drills it with the left foot high up in the air to the opposite goal box. Two headers by the Mustangs, out by Melgoza. UCSB will throw it in 5 yards away from the goal line. It's Billingsley who has the ball, just inside the 6, ready to loft it from the far touchline. Gauchos have 4 inside the box. They will make a change. Miguel Gomez is now on. Throw is in. It's short on the goal line to Clemenson right side. And they say Clemenson hit it last. It's a Mustang goal kick. Clemenson pleads his place, but he won't win. Gomez is a junior out of Lompoc, California. Actually transferred from Allen Hancock College, believe it or not. He came in for Axel Mendez. Meanwhile, Bohm has the ball set close to the left of the 6. Still in front of the goal mouth for this kick. It's high up to the middle third. Grody trying to win a box out. It's headed by the Gauchos instead to Rodney Michaels' chest in the right flank, attacking half for UCSB, but Carroll intercepts for the Mustangs. Now out to Melgoza. Melgoza left sideline. It's ping pong by the Gauchos, high up in the air. Won by Alonso. In the bottom of the center circle, Alonso still battling forward against Gomez, but Rodriguez chases it down. Right sideline, Gomez, some contact. There's a whistle. Clock will stop, and a card will come out. Gomez straight off the bench with a yellow in the 34th minute. One thing about head referee Vince Abel-Chiarella, he's not letting a lot slide, and he is dictating to the players right away how much he's going to let slide. Not a whole lot is the answer now. So here's Alonso. He's on the right flank, still about 45 yards from the goal mouth. Mustangs have 4 players right on the 18. Rivera actually going back to the right flank. Alonso drills into the box anyway. Grody misses his jump, headed out by the Gauchos. Ashworth, couple ping pong headers. And off to the races is Conte. Conte trying to start a counterattack, finds Rodney Michael right flank. Michael a long touch. Can he get past Clem? Clem gets there, hits it back to Bohm, and Bohm clears to the east bleachers on one touch. Michael jumped up in the air, tried to block the cross. He could not do it. Billingsley on the edge of the attacking third, throws it in for UCSB. Vom Stieg into the box. Ping ponged out by Melgoza for Cal Poly. Now Carroll hits it to the left of the circle. Chasing it down is good. A little bit of room. He passes out to Jared Presley, right flank. Presley inside the attacking third. Presley still dribbling upfield. Presley past the 18. Presley double teamed. The cross is on the way right to left. The Gaucho defense is on it though. Not the best cross. Gomez out to the middle third. Evans trying to win it back for Cal Poly, top of the circle. Can't quite do it, a couple deflections. Michael, middle of the pitch, pushing with Rivera, but he ends up passing it to the left flank and finds Vom Stieg. In the center circle, free ball for Evans, wins it to Alonso. Alonso, middle of the field. Alonso tries to pass to Presley, that's headed away though by Adames for UC Santa Barbara. Back the other way come the Gauchos. Gomez from the left of the circle, he finds Michael. Michael, middle of the circle, backwards to Ilskins. Ilskins to Vom Stieg. Give and go to Ilskins, bottom of the circle here. Now pass on the ground to Ashworth, the left center back. Battling against Good, goes to the ground, contact, and a late whistle. Foul is on Good for the Mustangs. Less than 10 minutes left in the first half. Still scoreless between both teams. Here on the Mustang Sports Network, the Blue-Green Rivalry. Mustang Max Mallon with the call. Nice to have you along. Kick is taken. Rodney Michael with a backwards triangle pass out to Von Stieg. To the right flank. Now it's backwards to Ashworth. He passes on the left flank. And the Mustangs have Rodriguez and Grody touch in the middle of the pitch, but Michael wins it back right flank. Michael against Carroll. Now it's out to Billingsley. Billingsley right sideline, backwards to Vom Steeg. Vom Steeg now to Ilskins. Ilskins left flank. To Adames, dribbles inside from the left flank. Adames mid-pitch against Presley. Good patience with possession for the Gauchos. Vom Steeg out to the right sideline. Around a push, Billingsley couldn't get it from a long touch. Carroll intercepts the Mustangs, but one right back by Billingsley, right flank. Billingsley backwards past the middle third. Von Steeg out to Ilskins. Ilskins finds Ashworth left of the circle. Ashworth to Adames. Adames plays it further up to the left flank, past the 18 to Clemenson. Clemenson inside the box on the ground, but Grody intercepts for the Mustangs. Cleared out of the box and right back to Adames for the Gauchos. Some passes string, and Gomez gets a pass out to Clemenson. He tries a shot, but Bohm picks it up. No foul call. Bohm makes the save inside the 6. Cal Poly trying to bring on a substitute at the next opportunity. Freeman Germina exited the match to an injury later in the first half. We hope he's okay. It looks like he might be standing up on the Mustang bench. That's a good sign. Clem back to Bohm, the keeper, after the freebie. And Evans, the left center back, high up in the air with his pass. Adames intercepts with a header for the Gauchos, and right back to Presley, middle of the field. Presley, a shot from distance from the left foot, but that's picked right up in the air by Ben Roach, the Gauchos keeper on the right end. Roach caught it in the air, tosses it out underhand to Tayeb. Tayeb now to Conte, middle of the field. Conte behind the center circle, intercepted by Alonso for the Mustangs. Rivera back to Alonso, right flank. Alonso a full 360, dribbles left, finds Grody mid-pitch. Grody looking for options. Grody goes to the left. Now back pedals with a double team on him. Passes to Evans left flank. Evans cuts inside to the right. Tries to find a teammate semicircle in good, but it's intercepted by Tayeb for the Gauchos. Clear right back to Clem for the Mustangs. Clem back out to the 18. It's headed by Adames for UCSB, part of the back line. Adames off a ping pong. It's off of good last, and good holds up the air, or holds up the hand rather, to signify that indeed it touched him last, and the Gauchos should get a throw on the left touch line. They'll make a switch as Ilskins checks out and Kaya Fabretti checks in. He's a sophomore from San Jose. And I can confirm, by the way, that his father is in attendance here to my left in one of the boxes. It is actually a Mustang throw. Good out to Clem. Must have hit the Gauchos last before that. So Evans from the left center flank position tries to find Good, and Good crashes into Roach, the goalkeeper. That's a whistle. They're separating Good away from the Gauchos. Here comes the yellow card. And to be fair to the head referee, if a forward crashes into the keeper like that, it's usually an automatic yellow. Hardly anything around that. So Good now a warning in the 39th minute. He is the 4th Mustang in the first half of the yellow card. Eddie Melgoza, Diego Alonso, Breck Evans, Sean Good, all with yellows. For UCSB, it's Condi and Gomez with yellow cards. 6 yellows in the first half combined. That stops the clock in the 39th minute. 6 minutes and change remaining in half number 1 before both teams go to the locker rooms. Roach hits it on the ground from the 6. Out to Ashworth, the left center back, lots of room. Ashworth barely dribbling. Now dribbles backwards to Roach, the keeper. Good with the pressure, but Roach kicks it out of the box. Out to the right sideline, Billingsley a header, forwards. Evans has to clear it to the east sideline. Gauchos will throw it in on the edge of the attacking third here. Billingsley has a few teammates forward. Throws it up on the right sideline. Give and go back to Billingsley. Passes it backwards right sideline to Von Steeg. Billingsley again right flank. Around Presley. Billingsley still dribbles. Melgoza was part of a double team off of him last. Another UCSB throw-in coming up. Throw it short to Conte, right sideline. Billingsley back. Now Conte, room from the right sideline for a cross. Here it comes right to left. It is hit off of Melgoza last. UC Santa Barbara will have its first corner kick of the evening in the 40th minute. The Gauchos trying to take a 1-0 lead. No one has scored yet. We've seen some close chances, lots of physical play, lots of yellows. How about a score? The Gauchos looking for one on a set piece. Substitute Gomez, who has a yellow card on the right corner flag, the junior from Lompoc, trying to spoil the Mustangs' party after growing up close to here, north end of Santa Barbara County. Good cross right to left, lots of bend, but too far, and it's past the 18. And now to the left of the box. Michael, some room, cross right to left. Alvin Melgoza still inside the box, though. Michael short on the ground, now Clem intercepts, and Michael dribbles it last on the right sideline, throw-in Mustangs. Great composure by the defense for the home team. Substitute made by Cal Poly. Coming in for the first time tonight is Addison Parrish, who's a sophomore from Cumming, Iowa. Transferred from Loyola Chicago. This is his first taste of the blue-green rivalry. And he comes in for Sean Good. Well, some commotion was going around the throw, possibly a tortilla pelting of somebody. But the throw comes in, it's headed by the Gauchos a couple times. Now Parrish off the bench, left of the circle, gets it to the attacking half, but way too far for the intended target, which was Jacob Lindbergh. He also came on recently. He's a sophomore from San Diego. Lindbergh has now 5 appearances on the season out of 9 total matches. 1 assist for him. Throw for UCSB comes into Gomez, middle of the pitch. Now a long ball in the air to Clemenson. That forces Evans to clear for the Mustangs into the west bleachers. The Gauchos will throw it in the 42nd minute. Ball comes back on. And Conte passes on the throw. It'll be taken by Adames instead. Short throw by Adames into the box. Gomez dribbles out past the left corner flag, tries to keep it in against Alonso. Alonso wins it for the Mustangs. Hits it off of the Gauchos last, wins a throw-in. Nice work. It's not too often that you see a clean deflection like that from the defense close to the corner flag. But Alonso made it happen to his credit. And Rodriguez will throw just inside the 3-minute mark in the first half. It's headed out by Adames. We're in the 43rd minute of play to be exact, and Rodriguez throws further up the defensive half, right sideline. Tries to find Parrish on the box out. Parrish cannot save it after a couple touches. Thrown in by Adames for the Gauchos. One bounce to Michael. Michael recovers. Gets around Clem. Still battling is Michael. Fancy footwork. Passes backwards to Adames. He hits it off of Lindbergh last for Cal Poly. So Adames throws backwards. He finds Fabretti, left flank. Fabretti backwards to Ashworth, the left center back from the middle yellow line. Lofts this one inside the 18. Melgoza can't make contact. The Gauchos end up hitting it over the goal line themselves. It's a goal kick after all that. Melgoza was actually trying to head the ball, but it went backwards. He did not make contact at all, and then Billingsley not able to save. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Scoreless between the Mustangs and Gauchos still. Bohm drills it up in the air from the 6-yard box. Headed on a ping pong by Ashworth, but that's out of bounds over the far touchline. Throw in Mustangs. Several yards behind the middle flag on the field at Spanos. Well, no question about it. We know the opinion is now of head referee Vince Chiarella among the Mustang fans. Grody from the left flank hits it inside the box, but one bounce is picked up by Ben Roach, the Gaucho keeper. Rolls it on the ground to Tayeb at right flank. Just right back to Roach. And Roach, the 1 minute warning, finds Ashworth. Left flank, Ashworth. Finds tie-up, triangle pass. Presley trying to apply the pressure, but Ashworth dribbling further up the pitch. And there's a long ball out to Michael, top of the formation. Evans heads away for the Mustangs. Now down to Von Stieg for the Gauchos. Melgoza one touch backwards. Rolls to Grody, but he can't hold on. Clemenson outside the box. Dribbles past the 18, tries a bicycle kick, and then cleared by the Mustangs out to the midfield. Presley wanted a foul, won't get it. One touch out to the center circle. Ashworth for the Gauchos tries again to go to the box. Evans heads it right back out. Billingsley can't save for UCSB on the far touchline. The Mustangs will again throw from the left sideline. Only 13 seconds left in the half, though.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Mustangs bringing the numbers forward just in case. Long throw to the middle third. Gauchos headed on a ping pong. Grody back on the air at one last touch by Alonso, and that finishes out the first half. Scoreless through the first 45 minutes. Your score at halftime, Cal Poly 0, UC Santa Barbara 0. Main theme of the night, yellow cards so far, 6 issued, 4 for the Mustangs, 2 for the Gauchos. All 6 players hoping not to pick up a red card. And still 45 minutes of soccer remaining at least, so we are just getting started here. And as always, we'll go to the Mustang interview for the half, and we got to talk with left center back for Cal Poly. It's Breck Evans, the true freshman out of Culver City, California. He called himself a transplant from Texas. That's because he's part of FC Dallas's academy. And I found out from Steve Sampson, Mustang head coach, that Evans actually trained with the first team for FC Dallas, which is the MLS side. So clearly Evans has deep credentials, and this is what he had to say about the first goal of his career, as well as why he chose to be ready on the pitch. UCSB is yet to emerge completely from their locker room. So in the meantime, the Mustangs are getting loose. And it appears that almost all the starters are back on except for Dramina. He's still out. But again, we might see him later on depending on how things go. Or we could also easily see fourth-year head coach Steve Sampson for the Mustangs sticking with a back four, judging by how good they've done right now. So the officials are ready. Home crowd for Cal Poly has not been the biggest fan of head referee Vince Apple Chiarella, especially the large student section on the east side, which has helped sell out Spanos for the 8th year in a row for the Blue-Green Rivalry. This is now the largest crowd for men's soccer and all of college soccer for 2018 by 4,000 fans, in case you missed that earlier. Here's the students. You can hear them clapping from the east side, almost in unison, trying to work it up slowly as the Gauchos now break out of their huddle and get their formation ready. Again, UCSB left to right on the attack, Cal Poly right to left. Spare balls are getting kicked off the field. Mustangs will decide to huddle up one last time. And is this is a fan that decided to rush on the field, and he just got tackled by the event staff. By the way, the event staff, for the most part, cleared the field of tortillas, but now a few more are being thrown on the east side of the field. I'm sure that everyone here in the building wants the match to resume sooner than later, to get back to the high intensity and the physicality that both teams have been showing. The Mustangs will kick off to start the second half. It's going to be Rivera all by himself in the center circle, Sean Goods on the left flank, Carroll's on the left sideline, Presley right sideline for the Mustang formation. Just about ready to go. Still waiting for the whistle. Rivera set for Cal Poly, looking back to his goal. Simon Bohm still out there for the Mustangs. Bohm was injured in Santa Barbara as part of this rivalry. It ended his season last year back to 100%, and he's hoping that there isn't a repeat at any point this regular season. Now the whistle comes. Rivera hits it backwards to Alonso. We are underway in the second half. It's out to Billingsley for the Gauchos off a deflection. Now Gomez a sub in the right flank. Now Alonso intercepts though, and then Vom Stieg hits it last for the Gauchos over the near touchline throw in Mustangs. Melgoza thought about throwing it backwards, but instead he's looking for some reinforcements upfield. He's got one in Alonso, couldn't get to the ball though. Vom Stieg intercepts for the Gauchos. It's out to Mendez. And then Mendez is fouled by Alonso, who quickly helps him up. Again, no yellows for Alonso. We initially thought that he was shown a card for dissent, but that card was actually only issued to Melgoza in the 15th minute. No second card given out to a second player, despite it being shown twice. The Mustang back line has it again. The left center back is Melgoza. He's been in there since Jermina's injury. Still not sure if we'll see Jermina back tonight. Carroll tried to find a teammate in the middle of the pitch, but Mendoza intercepted for the Gauchos going left to right. Now they've got it on the left flank. Still going is Kania. There's a push, but not enough for a whistle. He sure wanted one. It would have given a penalty. Grody instead up the right sideline. Goes over, and Ashworth set to throw for UC Santa Barbara. It was hit off of the Mustangs last. He passes on the throw actually, and it comes to Fabretti on the left flank. Now it's passed all the way back to Ben Roach, the true freshman and solid goalkeeper for the Gauchos, playing way above his years. Give and go. Roach now dribbles left inside the box. Pressure comes in from Good once again, but it's hit out to the middle third. Out of bounds though. Far touchline. Mustangs will have a throw on that side. Luis Rodriguez tried to find Alonso with a header right flank, but UC Santa Barbara right on it. Now getting out to the left sideline, Rodney Michael tried to keep it in play with a tackle. Again, he's got to be careful because of the cement outside of the east bleachers at Spanos. Couldn't keep it in. Rodriguez throws it backwards to Daniel Clem, the right center back now to Evans. The left center back ahead to Grody, bottom of the center circle. Grody defensive half. Backwards to Evans, double team coming. Evans dribbles through it, passes out to Carroll, left sideline. Carroll, a first half sub, into Melgoza, left flank. Melgoza attacking half, now switches the field left to right, tries to find Presley. Presley does get there, right sideline. Long touch though, and Adames for the Gauchos watches it go out of bounds. Throw in for Adames on the visiting side. He finds Fabretti, left flank. Fabretti dribbling to his right. Passes backwards to the box, finds Taib. Carroll with a pressure, but then it's headed after the pass to the right flank by Gomez. Now up the right sideline goes Billingsley. He's around Melgoza. Billingsley inside the attacking third. Billingsley, good cross right to left. Out to Michael, but Michael can't connect. It's over the goal line, and UC Santa Barbara cannot go up 1-0. Still tied and scoreless in the 49th minute. But that is a dangerous cross by Billingsley. He has done that many times before on the UCSB end. Bone, the Mustang keeper, from the left of the six, short on the ground to Evans. Evans uses the left foot. It's out to Sean Good, a header, left flank, attacking half. Rivera off the chest, Rivera to the 18. Now Carroll with some reinforcements. Carroll inside the box, but then Michael takes it away for the Gauchos. Pass up to the top of the center circle, headed by Clem the other way. Grody winning a foot race. He's the ball for the Mustangs inside the attacking third against Fabretti. Grody still on the right sideline. It's ahead to Alonso. Alonso, a big shot, and that is saved. A diving save by Roach on the near post for the Gauchos. It goes over the goal line. The Mustangs will have a corner in the 50th minute. Another opportunity for Cal Poly to claim the first lead of the night. Carroll has the ball in the right corner flag. Three Mustangs are inside the 18, and two more in Presley and Rivera are starting in the semicircle. Carroll hits it with the left foot. Great bend on the cross. It's headed out by Ashworth. Right back to Carroll with a header. It's inside the 6. Tie-up clears after a header and then a shot with the left foot. Then it goes out to the lone forward for UCSB. Rodney Michael was up, but then Clem intercepted. Carroll has the ball for the Mustangs in the left of the circle. Passes out to Melgoza, left sideline, wide open. Melgoza dribbles inside the attacking half. Out to Rivera, mid-pitch. Great pass to the attacking third. Passes right to Presley. Presley tried to connect the dots. Couldn't quite do it. Intercepted by Adames for the Gauchos. Now ahead to Mendez. He couldn't hold on. Back to Grody for Cal Poly in the midfield. Grody center circle. Back to Evans left flank. Evans 2 touches. High up in the air. Switches the field left to right. Winning the box out is Alonso. Alonso a couple touches. Bit of a push. That's a foul call. Adames incredulous. They take it quickly. Grody a shot from outside the box. And then it's hit by UCSB over the crossbar. Well, Grody tried his luck. He can also hit from distance. That was about 30 yards away. Still lands off the Gauchos over the goal line for a corner for the home side in the 51st minute. Jose Rivera is at the left corner flag. He's set to go. 4 Mustangs inside the 18. Corner kick left to right. Headed backwards by UCSB. They clear out of the box again. Carroll passes to the right sideline, intercepted by the Gauchos. Michael again off the races counterattack. 2 on 4. Michael left sideline. Defense gets back, but Michael recovers left flank. He goes down and fouled. No card given here. It's on Diego Alonso for Cal Poly, a warning. A few more tortillas thrown out. One of the ways that the student section is showing their displeasure with some of the refereeing. Still not as many as at the tail end of the first half before some of the tortillas got cleaned up though. Right now there's about 9 or 10 of them out there, at least the ones that are visible enough and not in small pieces. Actually, maybe more like 15. Give or take a few here and there, of course. That stops the clock in the 52nd minute, actually. But as far as I know, I haven't seen a card. We've got another Mustang fan running out on the field. This is the second fan. Event staff has to come and chase him. This is just a delay, though. He's tackled near midfield. This is actually something new in the rivalry that I have not seen personally in the last couple of years. Now we have fans running onto the pitch. And this fan is still down. My goodness. Police officer down at the middle. This guy could be arrested, or at least removed. 2 officers. And they're the ones getting booed. That is a first, at least in recent years. We did not see this in Santa Barbara or SLO the last 2 seasons. And the fan is still nodding his head and smiling as he's being escorted by police officers.
Please refrain from throwing any items onto the playing field. Throwing water bottles onto the field is strictly prohibited, and doing so will result in...
Also a warning for throwing water bottles being announced by the public address. So for the sake of soccer here, in all seriousness, we hope that that is the last delay. The players, I can tell you, on both sides just want to get this underway. So the free kick is finally taken from the left flank past the 18 to Michael. He runs into a double team, and there is a corner kick for UC Santa Barbara. So see how much of a factor that stoppage, a lengthy stoppage, plays based on the fan running out on the field unexpectedly. The second one tonight, the first one was during halftime. Wow. So this is T-Balt Condia at the left corner flag. Uses the right foot, kicks it inside the box, headed by Rivera for the Mustangs. Chipped by Fabretti. Right back to the Gauchos. Condia dribbles inside the box, tries a shot. No foul. Von Steeg tries to follow it up. One shot, two shots off the defense. Condia back. Now Gomez with some room. Down the ball, ping pong back a couple times. We have a handball on UCSB Santa Barbara. The things, maybe the stoppage not playing that much of a factor. That is good on both sides in the end. Fans might have been entertained, but I'll tell you, players certainly weren't. They just want to play soccer. This is from the edge of the 18 from Simon Bowles. They keep a couple touches by UCSB on the line backwards. Two Mendez, intercepted by Brody, his right flank. Brody sideline is pushed down with a foul on Axel Mendez. One of the few players there who are number 100 in any sport. Any sport, I should say. He's wearing that United's number 8. We haven't gotten any reason as to why that is. There nonetheless. So pretty good defense in half. Rodriguez taking it on the right flank of the Mustangs. Headed by Gomez, a little bit of field. Now goes to the left flank. Goes across the 18. One-hander by the Gauchos now. Ping pong the defensive half. Cal Poly. Mendez. Another ping pong UCSB. Here's a ping pong by Glenn. Cal Poly. Headed back by Ashford UCSB. Alonso now Carroll like ball around again. Rivera, he gets their sideline, keeps on play. Rivera turns back towards the defense. Pass to Carroll line. Carroll finds Rivera up. One touch. They try to bring it together to Carroll. Then Billy boxes out rather than Michael hits the ball out of bounds. Near touchline. Mustang load in. Goes inside the attacker to the left sideline. Headed forward by Carroll. Carroll up the deflection, back the ball. Then Von Steegen intercepts the UCSB. Out to middle third, and Evans one touch here. Cal Poly out the outside of the field. Condia trying to chase down the left sideline. Hits it backwards to Dames. Setting the ball to the left side. Goes to the East Coast Mustang. Attacking out. Roll in. Headed going by side. Cal Poly turn on the ground now. Deflection. Alonso's there, right flank. Alonso with shot down the center. Cleared away by Michael from the Gauchos. That's the defensive half Mustangs. Out of bounds. Takes a quick very long the attacking half. Poly plays by Von Steegen. By Rivera. Watch right. Shoots running. UCSB Alonso tries to fight Cal Poly. Rodriguez. Back to Rivera with that possession. Alonso right sideline. 18. Cross right to left. Good kick. Can't get there. Headed by Ashford. Still inside the box. Header. Probably trying to shoot it down. Cross right again. That's headed over the goal line. Off the head of Hyde. For UCSB. Mustangs again with a corner kick. Now 57-minute play. Again, we take a left flag. Rivera to the honors. For Cal Poly players on the box. Cross Timmy Rivera. Ross, another good one, but headed up by Ashford. Alonso chases down the middle of the pitch. Cal Poly sends it on the ground. Steeg to the Gauchos. The center circle. It's a fight by Glenn. Right UCSB on the counter. Brody headed Mendez on flank. Mendez on the attacker. Still covered. Mendez has a shot. It's on top of him. One bounce. And then another corner. It was close. It was around the corner flag. It's a corner kick. No, Billy. Oh, wait a minute. It's Billy will throw it in. Back to Mendez. Mendez on the left sideline from inside. Now back to Ready. Ready left flank. Middle third. Pass to Bumsneak. Mid-hitch. Bumsneak touchdown to Gomez. He's right flank. Now Mills on the right sideline. Now bounce inside the box. Dangerous shot by Ashford. That goes over crossbar. Bone finds a save. It did hit his gloves. It's off the Gaucho's blast. Will be taken by the Mustangs shortly. Will be okay. Put everything into it. No first save there. Apparently he made contact. And the Gaucho's blast. So trying to get the Mustangs checked out. It's been first time and it's been working. He's off on Lake Area, Florida. Cal Poly has 2 assists. The leader for the Mustangs goes very has 3 goals on the year. Headed off the kick midfield by Ty and UCSB, then a punt on Mustangs. Headed back to Cal Poly once again. Brody tries right flank, high ball in the box, but waiting to make a catch and Roach. He's the center rushing keeper and sends it over high graduate. He tosses out to Ashford one flank. Ashford drills it high up into the air, headed away by Glenn. Cal Poly's out of bounds though, on our line. Quick throw in by Adames. Left flank. They find Mendez. Now Adames out the left sideline. Glenn trying to win the race. Gomez is a tackle. Surely no, that Glenn out of bounds. And the Gauchos row on the left side. Back row though, then Mendez. Give it a go. Back to Ready if I'm not mistaken. Let's get it out of bounds off the same last. So Adames take row. He finds Conti, a couple of defenders. Cross left to right. Jump by boom. Inside the 6. Got a big stop by the senior keeper. He hits out of box 18. Right now, Ashford ground. Great touch ball. Ashford throws outside the attack. Just like that. Now the field finds Gomez. One touchdown. Michael's on the run. Michael stops it. Oh, saves again. Using his legs. Very Pierce. A lot of can't save. That is what you need. Keeper to do. If you're a Mustang fan, make no stop. Don't do it. He did it again. Mustangs goes in. They switch the field. Very quickly. Adames makes it go over to the left flank. Adames attacking half. Adames tries Michael again inside the box. Michael throws a shot again. Stays. They bounce down a bit, but that ball goes over the goal line. You see the center rush coming up the attack on another corner. Big moment, 16th minute, another Gaucho to that pace. Timondia is there at the flag. One Gaucho to outside the 6-yard box, 5 more inside the 18. The run starting, Conti, good cross. Rivera heads it. And they say, Gomez last instead of right to the goal line. And they go to be given once again on the side.
Hi, this is Sarah.
11,075 strong. Here in Slowtown, the 8th on Rivalry here in San Luis Obispo. Highest attendance for college soccer in the entire United States this year. Just as it was last year. Evans from the left flank makes it halfway ahead roughly. Gaucho inside the red roll box. Dominic back to Roach keeper. Collects. Roach has ball in 2 hands. Underhand toss Tyab right flank, left right Gauchos. And head on the ground, bounces by Michael. Quickly into the Mustangs. Intercepts. Head center for one touch by Alonso. Free ball and it with the Gauchos right center. Circle. Basically, the field right to left. Couple touches by Conti. Glenn gets it. Foul. Bit of easy call there. Even though the fans like it. is a Gaucho free kick coming 25 yards out. On the left sideline, Indiana has the ball. He's setting it up. 63rd minute, Calhoun Hills in a ball ground. Gauchos have been knocking on the door for a while, trying to make it pay off the goal. On the left sideline, free kick. Drilled inside the box, foul, so it's on UCSB. All that for nothing. Now we have 27 seconds left. Regulation still tied 0-0. Now we go to the first two sudden overtime. First team will automatically win the goal. After goal, people give it a little bit six. It's headed by Billy. Gauchos now on the right flank. Gomez passes is given go to him and Michael. Now Gomez in the hitch. Pass will come in and find Kania. The Mustangs intercept on the back line. Rivera. Now passes out to Lem. Right flank. Lem ahead in the air. That's fine. Good. Big right there. It's down to the yellow card. It's on Ashford. First yellow. On the second half, 64th minute on Ashford for UCSB. Was either a big push on him or good sold very well. Either way, it's a yellow card. Possible scoring opportunity to stop. That's another card come out. So right around the 64th minute, Mustangs have a free kick to 2 yards above the middle yellow line. On the right flank, Daniel Lem getting the ball set. It's in position. Mustangs have 4 on the edge of the goal box, making it 6. Actually, close to 5 back formation. Kick goes right to left, header to the left of the 18. The ball, that is one. By Ty for UCSB, he's fouled. Free kick will come from the right sideline. He's half for UCSB. Ty just plays backwards. Roach keeper. Outside the box. Roach back to Ty. Ty right flank. Long pass over to Harold head. To the middle head run by M. Mustangs Harold left flank. Now some numbers for there. Harold passes. Harold out to Alonso. Alonso shot. And it got taking a change. First time Mustangs and Roberts in pressure center. They will be available on the left-hand side of the formation. From the right sideline, Billy Gauchos now trailing by 1. Out to Tyab. Right center back Ashford. Left back to Tyab. UCSB is 6-3 on the year. No draws. Cal Poly is 4-1. So this would be somewhat of an upset by Cali, but not quite because now they've down right here. Now Robertson his speed. There's a big ball. You might see Robertson with a down. There it is. Robertson's there to the bench with a yellow in the 65th minute. That was Ashworth who's going on the ball, and then his ankle ended up buckle challenge. Supposed to be a twisted ankle or a rolled ankle. So that now makes 5 yards on the Mustang side. It goes to Evan Good. It's going to be 4 yards. It goes to Evan Good on Robertson. For UCSB, it's Candia, Gomez, and Ashworth with yellows. But again, the biggest stat is Diego Alonso's 65th minute goal. Second goal of the year. Cal Poly 1, UC Santa Barbara 0 in the middle of the second half. Robertson already checking out. Maybe he was hurt as well after he picked up the card. And Sean Good is back on. We'll see if Good, who is still the leading goal scorer for Cal Poly, can make some magic of his own. Mustangs would love to get some insurance goals. Not keep it 1-0 if they can.
In the match for the Gauchos, number 18, Ryan Johnson.
And for UCSB, Ryan Johnson's come on. He's a 6-foot freshman from Encinitas, California. Transferred from South Florida after a redshirt year. That was hit into the box to the right to the gloves of Simon Bohm, the Mustang keeper. Then out to Breck Evans, the left center back. Now Melgoza, left back. Backwards pass to Evans. Evans sky high in the air, pass for Presley. It's headed to the left-hand side by Ashworth. Winning the foot race, keeping it in. No, he did not keep it in. Adames did not keep it in over the near touchline in front of the Mustang bench. That's a throw for the home side. They'll take it in the attacking half. Lofty throw from Rodriguez, high up in the air. Headed back for the Gauchos in the ping pong. Grody follows up with a ping pong of his own, but it's in the empty goal box, and after several bounces, it's picked up by Roach, the keeper for UCSB. Underhand throw. Goes out to Tayeb. Tayeb now finds Fabretti middle of the pitch, almost a giveaway, but he holds on. To the left flank, played upwards by Ashworth. Now to Mendez, and all the way to Michael, left sideline, past the 18 on the opposite end of the pitch, but Clem intercepts and clears out to the line. Tackling is Alonso to keep possession, but no one behind him or beside him, so Fabretti takes it away for the Gauchos anyway. From the bottom of the circle, Tayeb finds Fabretti, top of the circle. Fabretti dribbles left, Gauchos trailing by 1. Mendez from the left flank cuts inside. Mendez a great outside foot pass to Candia. Candia backwards to Fabretti, left flank, triangle pass complete to Mendez. Mendez on the ground, no foul, cross left to right. Billingsley cannot get a touch, and at one bounce, and Bohm, the Cal Poly keeper, falls on. He would love to get a shutout as part of this rivalry. First appearance for him in the rivalry since the shoulder injury on the road in Santa Barbara last season. It would be sweet revenge if Bohm could pick up a shutout here tonight. Clem from the right sideline. High air ball for Carroll, left flank, but Carroll fouls in the air. He doesn't like the call, but it'll stand. Tayeb backwards to Roach, the keeper, inside the box, up near the top. Back to Tayeb, give and go. Tayeb right flank, lots of time. Hits it in the air to the attacking third, headed by Michael. And then they'll call a foul on Clem, who's battling in the air against Rodney Michael for the header. But definitely not as many yellow cards as the first half. Teams are settling down a little bit. Not by much, though. The Gauchos here can try to tie it up 1-1. They'll take the free kick short from the middle of the field. Mendez out to Adames, left sideline. Back to the middle third, backwards pass for Fabretti. Out to Tayeb. Tayeb dribbles left. He's at the top of the center circle. Chips a shot to the left of the box. There's a header by Billingsley, but it just goes over the goal line. Goal kick, Mustangs. Right at the 6-yard box, the ball, ready for Bohm. Bohm runs up to the ball. It's a good shot off the right foot to the top of the circle for the Mustangs. Headed the other way by Ashworth ping pong. Mendez from the left flank. Billingsley passes on the touch. Instead, big taken by Adames. The touch Evans, one touch for the Mustangs, but right out, and UCSB quickly takes it throw to Michael, left sideline. Michael right at the 18. Michael left sideline, hits off of Alonso last. Another throw in for the Gauchos. Difference is Diego Alonso's 65th minute score. Let's see if we can get you the second half stats coming up here. Headed inside the box. Michael tried a shot, and Bohm, after one bounce, falls right on it. Preserves the 1-0 lead for the Mustangs at home in the blue-green rivalry. Biggest rivalry of college soccer back. It is a non-conference matchup this time around, but certainly the Mustangs will benefit if the score stands. Bohm's kick out to good. There's a header in the middle of the field. Then it's hit right back out by Johnson for UCSB, but that goes out of bounds. And they say it hit UCSB last, or no, it hit Cal Poly last, so it'll go on the left sideline. Now we have a foul called on Luis Rodriguez. So we don't have any live stats for you, but we'll get you the live stats at the end of this match, no matter how it turns out. Billingsley from the semicircle, a shot. That ends up going to the right of the goal mouth, outside of the 6. Bohm, the keeper, stops it with his cleats, wasting the pressure to come, and now picks it up. Bohm decides to throw it out with a right hand. It's out to Eddie Melgoza, left sideline. Melgoza's in the defensive half. Passes it backwards to Evans, left flank. He's the left center back, almost a giveaway by Michael. Backwards to Bohm. Got to be careful, but he passes, does well to Melgoza, left flank. Out to Grody. Grody mid-pitch, a full 360. Crowd loves that. Grody dribbles outside, waiting for more options. Grody passes short to Carroll, left sideline. Triangle pass, Melgoza backwards to Grody. Grody around Mendez, another turnaround. Finds Melgoza, then to Alonso. There's a flick left flank, and then he fouls as Tayeb won the ball back for the Gauchos. Possibly to stop a counter. Ahead to Mendez and a quick free kick, and given right back to Grody for Cal Poly. Head to Alonso, left flank. Alonso dribbles left. He's inside the attacking half. Further up the field with a pass to Carroll, left sideline. Carroll passes inside the attacking third into Rivera inside the box. Rivera trying to make it 2-0 around a double team. He's outside the pass, but past the 18. Rivera to Carroll, give it a go. Rivera goal line, cross left to right. Taken right out by the Gauchos. Collected well on the defensive end. On the right flank, Fabretti dribbles further up to Mendez. Right flank, Mendez dribbles left. Pass to the attacking half, but headed by Evans, the header by Carroll, but it's right to Fabretti for the Gauchos. Now to Condia, unmarked, wide open, near the top of the circle, and he switches the pass over to Billingsley inside the box. Contact, they're going to call a penalty kick. They're calling a penalty kick. A foul inside the box, and the Gauchos can tie it up 1-1. They're getting Luis Rodriguez with a push. It was just inside the goal box. This should be a penalty in the 72nd minute. Not what the Mustangs wanted, with just a 1-0 lead. And now, it's either going to be a penalty kick or a dangerous free kick outside the box. It appears like it'll be a penalty. It looked like the foul occurred inside the box, but maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it's not a penalty. That I would need a replay to see. They're going to say it was just outside the box. That is a big break for the Mustangs. I thought for sure it was going to be a penalty kick. That is literally just an inch behind the 18-yard line. Now the Mustangs have to make a big save. They've got a wall of 5. 3 Gauchos by the ball on the left flank. I would love to see a replay of that foul later. I was convinced it was a penalty given up by Cal Poly. Still a good chance to tie, though, and make it 1-1. Mendez hits it. There's a shot off the wall. It remains 1-0 Mustangs. Condia tried to get around a double team, could not. I also thought I saw the referee pointing to the spot. That's why I was confused. Billingsley hits it over the near touchline. Out of bounds for a Mustang throw, and they'll bring in 3 subs. That is a big bullet Cal Poly dodged on defense. Inches away from a penalty kick. I was convinced it was a penalty, but no, it is not. So Alonso, Presley, and Carroll will all come out and get a well-deserved rest on the bench. They'll be replaced by Parrish as well as Jacob Lindbergh, and then Sebastian Aron will come on the first time. Aron's a junior out of Miami, Florida. So this is the 73rd minute. Cal Poly leads 1-0. Mustangs still lead after Diego Alonso's 65th minute goal. So from the left sideline, Melgoza tries to find Good. He's fouled on a push-off. Taib can't believe it for UCSB, but there you go. Iran has the ball down. On the left sideline, drills it in the left foot inside the goal box. Headed out by Ashworth for UC Santa Barbara. Chased down by Rodriguez. A long touch right sideline. Billingsley boxes out, wins the throw. He's on the left sideline. Throw comes into Adames. Long touch. Adames in the air, left sideline. Grody ping-pongs it back for the Mustangs. It's headed by Good. Now to Aron, left flank. Aron dribbles left. Aron left sideline. Around Vom Stieg. Dribbles closer. Crosses side left to right, but it's intercepted by Fabretti for UC Santa Barbara. Now to Mendez, middle of the field. Mendez in the defensive half, dribbles left. Tries to find a pass to the left sideline. Rodriguez intercepts for Cal Poly. Lindbergh ahead to Rivera, who's on the right sideline, guarded by Mendez. Rivera dribbles backwards. Good pressure. Still dribbling Rivera. Now a double team comes, and Rivera hits it out by himself. Good job of the defense. Adames throws it into the left flank. Finds Fabretti. Now in the middle of the pitch. It's Taib, and taken away is Good. 3-on-4, Good still dribbling. Thought about a shot, passed on it, passes to Rivera instead. Rivera's inside the goal box. Chip shot left to right. There's a header by Iran, but it's to the right of goal and over the goal line. Right idea for the Mustang attack. Now starting the 75th minute, UCSB has 15 minutes left to tie it up at 1-1 for sudden death overtime or go up 2-1. There's a foul called on Lindbergh in the Gauchos defensive half. Mendez takes the free kick from the left flank. There's a header by Michael, then a long touch by Condia. Mustangs ping-pong it back. Deflection off of Good's head. Chased down by Von Steek for the Gauchos. Long touch by Aron. He hits it over the near touch line. A throw-in will come for the Gauchos here. Ryan Johnson's by the ball. Tortilla's thrown in his vicinity. Back to Von Steeg, give and go. Johnson right sideline, triangle passes, give and go. Beautiful to Johnson. Johnson to the goal line, cross right to left. Evans tries to save, still inside the goal box. Bicycle kick misses, swing and a miss by Aron. Vom Steeg on the right flank, still UC Santa Barbara possession. Johnson tries again, cross right to left, headed out by Evans for the Mustangs. Now to Condia right flank. Condia the edge of the attacking third, ahead to Vom Steeg. Vom Steeg is bumped in the back. There's a push called on Aron on Cal Poly's side. This is only 25 yards away from the goal mouth for the Gauchos, trying to tie it up 1-1 on the set piece. Axel Mendez trying to give 100% matching the jersey number for him tonight. On this free kick, it's coming. Great bend right to Bohm. He makes the catch. A bit dangerous, but he holds on. And there was a run, a dangerous run made by UCSB's Ashworth, who was just steps away from heading the ball into the back of the net. But it remains 1-0 Mustangs. Melgoza from the left sideline. Head of the semicircle, headed backwards by Ashworth, but it's caught by the goalkeeper, who's Ben Roach, the freshman for UCSB. He throws it out to his left. On the grass finds Ashworth left flank. Ashworth high in the air to the opposite goal box. Evans out the back of his head, hits it further upfield. Then Clem intercepts now. Aron middle of the field, back to the attacking half. It's Good, 1-on-3. Good now, a chip shot to Rivera. That forces a clearance by Taiba over the far touchline. Mustangs will throw it in middle third on the right sideline. Lofting throw from Rodriguez. Chipped off of the Gauchos, still on the right sideline, pass to Iran, right flank. Iran switches the field, but that's intercepted by Johnson for UCSB. Long ball in the air. Evans can't get to it first, then heads it after the bounce in front of the semicircle, and Clem out to the middle third does well. Sends it out to the left center circle. He finds Adames. Now Mendez left flank. Mendez speedy, finds Billingsley at the 18. Double teamed. Billingsley still going, and then a tackle. Aaron gets there, hits it off of the head of the Gauchos, then is fouled, and it's on Rodney Michael for UCSB. So Evans hits from the left flank on the free kick. Aaron can't touch it, left flank. Vom Steeg wins it back for the Gauchos. Passes inside, Mendez, bottom of the circle. It's out to Michael, left flank. Michael passes to the left. He's got Condia left flank. Condia against Grody, hesitates. And that costs him. Clem intercepts for Cal Poly out to Grody. The Mustangs look to have more speed and a bit of an extra kilt in their step, and Aaron hits it out of bounds over the near touchline. Saeed Conte has just checked on for UCSB. He'll replace Vom Steeg. And for UC Santa Barbara, they will also bring back on a starter, Ignacio Teachia. But Teachia is still waiting at the middle flag. He can't come in yet. So throw comes in for Johnson, give and go, nice flick on the back of the foot by Mendez. He gets it right back. Chip shot on the ground to the 18. Michael was almost there, but Evans clears for Cal Poly. Now on the run after a slight challenge is Clem, but he's stopped. It's actually Lindbergh who was stopped. And the right center back Taib ahead to the top of the circle for Conte for UCSB just off the bench. Now to Billingsley. Conte back mid-pitch. Conte passes to his right, finds Michael. Michael around Melgoza. Melgoza behind the semicircle, chip shot inside the box, headed right back by Evans, another header. Then Michael tripped. That is a foul on Melgoza. Easy call. Easy call. Again, the crowd won't like it, but you almost can't ignore that. Another chance in the set piece for the Gauchos. We'll be starting the 81st minute. 10 more minutes left in the second half for the Gauchos to at least equalize. Cal Poly's ahead 1-0. That's in danger, though. Billingsley about 30 yards away from the goal mouth. He can drill it up the middle. The Mustangs have a wall of 4 inside the semicircle. UCSB with 6 inside the box. Billingsley tries for distance, but that hits the crossbar. Actually goes over the crossbar and hits the American football goalpost, but that of course does not count for anything in this contest, in this sport. And now Teachia can come on and replace Condia. Sean Good is also checking out for the Mustangs and is replaced by Jared Presley, who got the start tonight. Less than 10 minutes for the Mustangs to wrap up what will be a 1-0 victory if the score stands. And win 2 matches in a row for the blue-green rivalry. Bohm hits it from the right of the 6th, the Mustang keeper. 2 headers. Top of Presley last, the Gauchos. Oh, wow. It is a Gaucho foul. Gaucho foul on the right flank, so Cal Poly will have a free kick just about a yard in front of the middle yellow line. Sellout crowd enjoying the Mustangs' performance. They hope it stays the way it is right now. Rodriguez with a beautiful chip shot, lost inside the goal box, but it's headed right out by Johnson from UC Santa Barbara. Right back to Rivera, though. Rivera right flank on the ground to Presley. Presley past the 18. Presley on the right flank. It's out to Good. The cross is broken up. And it goes over the right sideline. Certainly the Mustang home crowd believes that their home team can win this. And the stands are actually shaking. on the west bleachers. This happened a couple times, at least 2 years ago, maybe once last year. Not unheard of when you have a sellout. The play is being whistled dead multiple times. Something that head official is noticing. Vince Apple Chiarella. I believe he's trying to get some order restored in terms of things being thrown on the pitch, but it looks like we can continue. Presley will throw. He's just several yards behind the right corner flag inside the 6 to throw it in. The Mustangs have 3 inside the goal box, trying to add to the 1-0 lead over their fiercest rivals, UC Santa Barbara. Clock is stopped in the 83rd minute. 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the second half. It's still stopped. We don't know why quite yet. Trying to see what they might be looking at. Now there's a whistle. Presley can throw. It's short to Rivera on the goal line. Rivera on a 1v1 challenge. UCSB trying to hold on with the ball on the goal line, but it's off of them. Last will have a Cal Poly corner kick. It went over the goal line. The Mustangs with a set piece opportunity. The clock ended up starting a bit late, but I don't think they'll fix it. If anything, more time is sometimes a good thing. Most of the time anyway. And Iran will take the kick from the right corner flag. Here it is, right to left, 3 Mustangs inside the box, but over everybody's heads. Lindbergh chases it down to the right of the box. He's tripped, but no foul call. It looked clean by Adames for UCSB. Grody slide tackles it out of bounds over the near touchline. Throw in UC Santa Barbara. It's short for Teachia. Parrish trying to intercept, he can't. Conte from the right flank, switches the field long, right to left. It's over to Mendez, left sideline ahead to Michael. Michael a touch. Clem can't intercept. There's a cross to the goal line, left to right into Billingsley. No, it isn't. It's a foul instead, calling the Gauchos. The Mustangs catch another break. At least we think it's a foul on UCSB. It is, yeah. Bohm has the ball back. A couple of UCSB players were clapping, but it was more just to pump them up. Parrish checks out for the Mustangs and Carroll checks in. Bohm hits from the right of the 6. It's right to Billingsley, left flank for the Gauchos, attacking half after deflection. Mendez, left sideline is open. Mendez around Rodriguez, passes to Billingsley. Billingsley against Tehran, that's a big foul. We'll have a push and a free kick from 10 yards away from the goal line. To the left of the goal box, on the side. Axel Mendez has the ball down in the 85th minute. Less than 5 minutes to go in regulation. Cal Poly 1, UCSB 0, but again the Gauchos can tie it up. Mustangs with a wall of 2 inside the goal box. Bohm directing traffic. Here's Mendez, a free kick to the 6, one header. Long touch by Michael, still has a goal line cross right to left. It's off of Evans for the Mustangs, and Conte hits it into the south bleachers. Goes out of bounds for a goal kick for Cal Poly. So close to wrapping up the match and shutting out UCSB in the latest chapter of the blue-green rivalry. Evans down for a split second, but he gets back up. Meanwhile, the Mustangs will have some substitutes come on. Lindbergh and Aran will check out. Sean Good is back on after a brief rest in the second half. So is Diego Alonso. Alonso still has the only goal for this contest. He scored in the 65th minute of play. That's still the main difference.
And number 10, Diego Alonso, on for number 9, Sebastian Aran.
Clock will stop with exactly 5 minutes remaining. Bohm now hits to the left flank. Clock is ticking again. Teachia, bicycle kick. It's out to the middle of the field. Rivera gets to it for the Mustangs. Backwards pass. Booted once by Rodriguez. Out to Presley, right flank. Presley one header. Holding on as Adames, though, to the Gauchos, wins it. Battling against Presley, left sideline, and hits it out of bounds. We have a Mustang throw-in. There's some pushing back and forth between the two of them. Still going on between Adames and Presley. Still going. Presley doesn't appreciate it that much, but the throw comes in. No stoppage, out to Good, right sideline. UCSB, though, wins it left sideline. Billingsley off to the races, left flank, tries to find Mendez, left sideline, give and go, beautiful out to Billingsley. But then it's hit off of Alonso, quick throw back in. Michael, long touch, left sideline, he's past the 18 against Clem. Here's Michael, then intercepted by Alonso, the double team came late. Alonso keeps it in play, Presley with a push, then a Cal Poly foul is called. Not sure exactly where the foul was, might have been on Presley. Actually going to call it a throw. The Mustangs didn't like the fact that it was out of bounds off of them. So Adames is past the 18. It's a long throw in the middle of the 87th minute. The Gauchos still not out of this match yet, only trailing by a goal, 1-0. Long throw in the box by Michael, headed out by Rivera for Cal Poly. But it's over the line again. Adames takes the throw. Tries to find Conte goal line. Conte keeps it in around Grody, but not for long. It was originally going to be a corner, but then the head referee, Vince Apple-Chiarella, reverses the call, overturns it. It's a Mustang goal kick. I've noticed as the match has gone on, he's gotten less cheers from the home side. Again, Bohm kicks from the 6-yard box. The center circle. It's headed by Fabretti. Out to Teachia, off his own head, right sideline, holds on several touches. Then Michaels on his feet, gets right back up, no foul. Passer back to Fabretti. Now to Conte, give and go. Fabretti back right flank. Fabretti over to Michael with a pass outside. Michael cross right to left. Grody with a touch. It's still inside the box though. Clem can't hit it. Rivera can't hit it. Conte tries a shot from distance, that's off of Alonso. Now Johnson right flank. Johnson can't find a teammate. It does not hit Carroll for Cal Poly, so it's a Mustang throw in left sideline defensive half. Bohm the keeper, riling up the crowd, holding up his hands, gesturing for more noise. About 2.5 minutes left in regulation. Cal Poly leads 1-0. Throw comes into Carroll, header up, good, a nice touch to the left flank. Ping pong by Adames for UCSB, headed back by Grody, he's fouled. And now some pushing between him and Conte. Grody's got to be careful, but he is hurt. Not sure if a card came out. It might have come out. And they're going to reverse the call now. It's a foul on the Mustangs. Two teams still getting into it. Presley and Mendez exchanging some words. Now the Mustangs giving the head referee a few of their own about the reversal. Clock is stopped in the 88th minute. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left for the Gauchos, but that's still enough time. Well, now the order's been restored, they're reversing it again. It appears that the head referee pointed in the wrong direction. Cal Poly will take the free kick. So all's well that ends well for the home side here. They can just hold on to possession, they'll be okay for this victory. Evans switches the field out to Good. Good pass right sideline. But it's off the back of his foot, out of bounds. A Gaucho throw, and they'll have to go quickly for a couple last attacking opportunities. Tie up from the left center back spot. It's out to the left flank, but a pass ahead of the midfield, intercepted by Rivera for the Mustangs. Rivera dribbles right sideline around Conte. Good trips, still in bounds though. UC Santa Barbara ping pongs to the midfield, finds Billingsley. Now Telechia, long ball. This goes to the goal box. Evans has to head it backwards, and that'll be a UCSB corner kick. Maybe the last opportunity they'll have in the 89th minute. 1.5 minutes like in regulation, they're hurrying it up with a kick. Condia has the ball on the left flag. Can the Gauchos tied up? Drilling the line shot, headed by Alonso for the Mustangs out of the box. Sent sky high by the Gauchos for Fabretti. Ping pong by both sides. Carroll from the 18 heads to the left sideline. Melgoza keeps it in. So the attacking half empty except for Roach, the keeper. Roach chases it down, clears to the right sideline. They say it was a throw. It was out of play. Now the throw comes into Telechia, still in the defensive half. 1 minute warning, but it's right to the box. One bounce. Did that go in? Did that go in? Apparently it went over the crossbar, and it's still 1-0 Mustangs. So close were the Gauchos on that big shot from midfield. But with more words being exchanged by both sides, just 44 seconds left in the second half, you get the impression that maybe we haven't seen the last between these two teams tonight. One more sequence left, approximately. Almost the tying goal for UCSB. That just went over the crossbar by a couple inches, then it hit the underside of the goal. For a moment, it looked like it went in. That's why I was waiting for confirmation. But it's looking more and more likely that Cal Poly can shut out the Gauchos. Here in front of a sellout crowd at Spano Stadium. Evans hits it out of the box, left flank. He's tagging third. Here's Good onside. Here's Presley as well. Presley is shot, but it's saved by Roach. And then Roach hits Presley, and the two of them exchanging words. His off the Gauchos last on the right sideline. Chance for Alonso to throw it in. 28 seconds left. Just about over. Now we've got a red card. It is a red card on Ben Roach. Straight red. UCSB will be down to 10 men for the last 22 seconds. And Roach gives the goalkeeper jersey to Telechia and has to leave the premises. That certainly has the Mustang student section applauding, adding a bit more insult to injury. Telechia is indeed wearing Roach's keeper shirt. We'll see what he can do, possibly. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds remaining in the second half. Cal Poly 1, UCSB 0. This is just about over, and they're going to get Telechia out of there. He will not continue at keeper. Instead, it's going to be now the second string goalkeeper. He was the starter last year for UC Santa Barbara. It's the sophomore Alan Carrillo from La Mirada, California. UCSB down to 10 men with a straight red card shown to Ben Roach, the goalkeeper, after some contact with him and Jared Presley for the Mustang side. We're just waiting to get the throw on for the Mustangs. It's on the right sideline. Hesitating is Rodriguez into the right corner. Finds Good. Gauchos hit it off the Mustangs in the deflection. Quick throw, 14 seconds left though. Blocked to the left sideline, bicycle kick right to Carroll for the Mustangs though, middle of the pitch, 10 seconds left. Rodney Michael trying one last time, right flank. Long ball to the edge of the 18, cleared by Evans. Evans hits it over the goal line the other way, and that is it. The fans storm the field at Spano Stadium. Your final score for tonight, Cal Poly 1, UC Santa Barbara 0. The Mustangs shut out the Gauchos and win 2 in a row in the blue-green rivalry. Tons of students storming the field at Spano Stadium just like last year. It is indeed their night. The Gauchos couldn't find the back of the net, came close a couple times, almost had a penalty kick, inches away from a penalty in the last 10 or so minutes. Even with 45 seconds left, they had a shot that went inches over the crossbar, almost went down. Instead, they are shut out, and the Mustangs take it 1-0. Post-game coming up after this, the Mustangs improved to 4-4-1 on the season. It won't count for conference play, but boy, will they feel good about this win. You're listening to Cal Poly Men's Soccer on the Mustang Sports Network. Party's just getting started. Post-game right back after this.
thanks for coming out to support your Cal Poly men's soccer team this evening. Tonight's match was brought to you by Rivalry. Work starts small, but with the right help, things start happening. Rivalry knows about growth, providing banking for communities grounded in agriculture. Please visit us at rivalbankamerica.com. Fans, please join us again on Saturday, October 6th, as the Mustangs take on UC Riverside at 7 p.m. right here at Alex D. Spano Stadium. Once again, our final score, your Cal Poly Mustangs 1, UCSB Gauchos 0. Thanks again for attending tonight's match. Please drive home safely, have a great evening, and go Mustangs!
Students still celebrating in full voice down at the field at Spano Stadium. Flags are out. Several of the Mustang players briefly were lofted overhead by the sea of fans. Very excited that Cal Poly ended up shutting out UC Santa Barbara 1-0 tonight at home. The Mustangs improved to 4-4-1, and the Gauchos fall to 6-4 on the season. It all goes back to Diego Alonso's goal. I'm being informed it was in the 64th minute of play. Nick Carroll with the assist. It was for 25 yards out off a brief deflection for UCSB, but it's credited to Alonso for his second goal of the season. Certainly lots to talk about. We had a lot of yellow cards for the match, 8 total. Also a straight red card shown to Ben Roach, the UCSB goalkeeper, with 20 seconds remaining to go in regulation. Alan Carrillo, the second string keeper, played the last 20 seconds for UC Santa Barbara, who was down to just 10 men to finish it out, but it didn't matter too much. The Gauchos led in total shots 12-8, but the Mustangs led in shots on goal 5-3. And despite all the physicality, with 20 fouls called on the Mustangs tonight and 14 on UCSB's part, and a lot of words being exchanged back and forth in the last minute of regulation, at the end, Cal Poly will take it. They won corner kick 6-4 and forced Ben Roach to make 4 saves. Simon Bohm only had to make 3. And certainly all the Mustang faithful can go home happy tonight. Again, this is a non-con